The sun is up, the drinks are hot, and now it's time for our first cup. Today, sunrise. Things are a little bit different today. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while. Finally getting around to doing it. What you're seeing before you is Alamitos Beach. We're sitting just maybe about 100 feet north of where that homeless guy gave me a pair of shoes. We're on the far west side of the beach. And there off in the distance, the far right side of the screen, that darkness that kind of sticks out into the water, that's the Belmont Shore Veterans Pier. It's about 2.5 miles away. And there, just beyond what I believe is the 1600 Ocean Building, is the sun. You know, for a number of years while I lived in Long Beach, I didn't come down here but maybe once a year, like on my birthday. You know, there was always something else to attend to. You know, some new research project, a new client, finals to grade, students to see, clients to meet, something. And I think that's why I come down here almost every day now. Just kind of make up for that time. And I'm glad that I do, because the sunrise here is kind of unlike the sunrise I've seen just about anywhere else. It's not just the wildlife, which there's a lot of. It's kind of bummed, actually. There was a crane just down there in the water right before I finished setting up. Maybe he'll come back. But, it's not just the wildlife here. We've got all sorts of things that on any given day can be in any given configuration. You know, the marine layer, the clouds, the density of the atmosphere, how wet the air is, right? Angle of the sun changes a little bit every day. That happens everywhere, but the water here too is something marvelous. Morning. A lot of people out here too. All kinds of people. But the differences that happen every day, the way the sun reflects off the water, the colors. I've seen just about every color in the visible spectrum out here. Someone behind us here. Morning.
Morning.
Yeah, it is, right? Don't know if the mic picked it up, but he said it's a beautiful day. I concur. Right, the water. I've seen just about every color out here. And that's something that I really appreciate. Because, all those idioms about the sunrise and the sun coming up and, tomorrow's another day and no matter what we know, the sun will come up again. Like, yeah, that's true. Absolutely true. I don't know about you, but a lot of other places that I've lived, there's a flip side to that. The sun will always come up, right? I mean, especially felt it when I lived in Arizona. The sun will always come up, and it'll be within the same, few degrees of the horizon. When it gets up, it's going to be 100 plus something. And dear God, you're going to ask, why does the sun rise every day? Maybe not quite that histrionic, but you get my point. Even in more temperate places that I've lived, the sun is, there's not a whole lot of variability in how it comes up every day. But here by the beach, here in Alamitos, you'll see the same broad strokes, but you never see the same sunrise. This time of year, especially, it's kind of interesting. Can't see it, but just off to the left, where the camera is, there's guys out fishing. There's a couple of dudes with metal detectors, kind of skimming through the weekend treasure. Got some kids looking like they're getting ready to run way farther than I would ever want to. But hey, at least it's going to be a beautiful 2.5 miles for them, right? I don't know how much of the background sound is getting picked up right now. I hope some of it's coming through, though. There's a light breeze. There's people with music. Birds everywhere. And there, just on the horizon, the inklings of morning. Now, if you don't live by the beach, feel free to play this video over a few times and see what you can see that might be different day to day, and maybe even find a place in your world where you can see a little bit of variability. Because the sun will come up tomorrow, that's a guarantee, but we don't want to get stuck by that idea. It's important to make sure that you can see a little bit of variability in every sunrise. No matter what, please remember that regardless of what you've heard or what I've said, death comes for us all, and a closed mouth never gets fed. Look to the sun. I'll see you soon.